In this video is an example of a tempo control change from set to set. Often clients will ask, how do I blend doing perfect technique, but then also have the weight be challenging enough that it causes muscle distress, some damage, and leads to growth? So they're asking, how do I blend perfect technique with heavy weight? So this is one example of a way in which to do that. So in this set, you can see I'm moving very slow. I'm doing a 3-count concentric, which is the contraction phase, then a 3-count eccentric, which is the extension phase. Doing it this way allows me to build mind-muscle connection, really focus on the quality of the movement. So I'll actually use this pacing for 1 or 2 sets where it creates some burn in the muscle, and it is challenging to do so at this pace. It won't be very heavy, but it gets that mind-muscle connection and starts kind of the stress of the muscle tissue that will build upon in the subsequent sets. So this is the first pacing for the first 1 or 2 sets. I usually aim for a 3-count concentric and a 3-count eccentric. Then what you'll see is I'm going to go into a next set, and I'll be using a faster pace. So with this technique, you'll see a change of pace between each set. So now is the kind of 2-count concentric and 2-count eccentric. So this is a little bit faster. If you notice on the machine, the weight's a little bit heavier in the weight stack. So I'm still moving with really good control. And this isn't quite as elaborate of a slow pace, but it is still kind of slow. And again, I'll do this for 1 to 2 sets. It kind of depends on how many total working sets I want out of the movement. Typically, if I'm doing it at the beginning of a workout, I'll do 2 sets at each pacing, where I kind of go a slow pace, medium pace, and fast pace. So I'll get around 6 total working sets. If I'm doing this in the middle or towards the end of a workout, I tend to only do 1 of each set. And the main reason is I already have the mind-muscle connection built up by the middle to the end of the workout, whereas at the beginning I'm trying to actually build that connection. So you can see here, now this is one of my heavier sets. I'm moving at a much faster pace. This one I'm not really counting the concentric or eccentric, but I am aiming to have good muscular control throughout the entire set. So I'm not just throwing the weight, I am trying to control this in all parts of the range of motion. Here is my second kind of heavy aggressive set. And these would be the sets where you're just kind of moving heavy weight with good quality of technique, but it's okay if the technique's a little bit loose. You do those first sets where it's slow and you want the technique to be very precise. Then as you get a little heavier and heavier, you can kind of let that go a little bit. However, I did want to show in this part of the video that for me in this movement, I was trying to bring the handle down where it touched the hair on my beard, on my chin. And you can see even at the faster pace, I'm able to do that without me knocking out any teeth. So even at the faster pace, you still want to have enough control. As you can see here is an example of being able to control within a ½ inch where that bar comes down to and at what pace. So here's the second working set, and the same thing, just trying to really bring that down with control. So that way, even though I'm moving at a fast pace, I know the targeted muscle is still involved, and I'm not letting momentum or other muscles take over and kind of steal the work from those heavy sets. So this is a tempo change where you can just change the tempo on set by set. It's a great way to blend lightweight, perfect technique with heavyweight to get the good muscle damage. For more training information, check out our website at www.brutalirongym.com.